Unit 3, Part 2, Radical Functions. Lesson 1. To simplify a radical, you need to first look if there are other square roots in the radical that you can take out. For example, the square root of 128 has the square root of 64, which is 8. After you get this, you take it outside of the radical and leave the remainder. To solve radicals, you need to undo the things done to x and get it alone. For example, square root of 3x minus 3 equals 6. You want to first get rid of the 3 and add it to the other side, and then you want to square the whole equation so you can get rid of the square root. This leaves you with 3x equals 81, and then you just divide 81 by 3, which leaves you with x equals 27. Lesson 3. Solving equations with two radicals. The first step is to get rid of the square root by squaring the entire equation, thus leaving it to a simple equation. For example, the square root of x plus 8x plus 4 equals the square root of 6x minus 6. First, you want to square the entire equation, so you're left with 8x plus 4 equals 6x minus 6. Then, you want to simplify the equation like you would with any algebra equation and get the x alone. After you get rid of the normal numbers that don't have x, you'll be left with 2x equals negative 10, which leaves you with x equals negative 5. Lesson 4. Solving equations with only one radical. The first step is getting rid of the square root by squaring the whole equation. For example, 2x plus 1 equals negative 3. You want to square the entire equation, so you have 2x plus 1 equals 9. Then you want to subtract 1 from both sides, which leaves you with 2x equals 8, which gives you x equals 4. Pause the video here and try these problems for yourself. Check your work with these answers. Lesson 5. Graphing radicals. If the number is outside the square root, then it translates either up or down depending if it is positive or negative. If it is positive, it will translate upward, and if it is negative, it will translate downward. If it is on the inside of the square root, then it translates left or right. If it is positive, it will translate to the left, and if it is negative, it will translate to the right. Try these problems right here. Pause the video and check your answers. Try these other problems. And make sure your answers are correct. And if you have any problems, then look back through the video to see what you did wrong. To review what we went over, when solving radical equations, don't forget to put x on the side by itself. After doing so, do the inverse of any function so that x is quote-unquote free. For example, 3x equals 9 means you divide 9 by 3. When identifying transformations from a parent function to a modified one, remember, x minus 2 means the square root of x minus 2 means 2 units to the right, and the square root of x plus 2 means 2 units to the left. The square root of x plus 4 means 4 units translated upwards, and the square root of x minus 4 means 4 units translated downward. 2 square root of x means a vertical stretch of 2. Credits.